Lizzo is continuing her weight loss journey, and she's sharing some of that on social media right now. She posted a video recently sharing the secret to her weight loss, and she said that she visited Japan and realized suddenly what healthy eating really was.
I feel like we could make a Karate Kid movie out of this.
Yeah. So let's just take a listen to what she had to say in that video.
Here we go.
Would I eat in a day as a former vegan who added protein to her diet? My reintroduction to protein started
Meaning you
with
stopped
Japan.
being vegan. Thank you.
Someone suggested I try a Japanese diet because it's one of the healthiest diets in the world and it has some of my favorite foods. When I got to Japan, I was in awe at how clean and delicious their
Thank you.
Please.
I hope this counts the ones that came in before our issue.
Eating the carbs. Eat the carbs.
They're eating the carbs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the cat. They're eating the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Thank you.
Hey guys. Lizzo is not eating the dogs or the cats. It's not what she's talking about here.
No.
She's not. Here we go.
food was.
Don't
I
get it
indulged
twisted.
in fresh sushi and fluffy egg, and I was amazed at how good
That actually
my body
does look
felt the
bussin'
next
though.
day. And that led me on a journey to figure out how animal proteins affect my body.
Okay, there's something weird about like staring dead at your phone while you eat food.
It's creepy.
It gives me the same vibe, and you know how irrationally angry I get when women make gossip videos while doing makeup. It's like the
So I
end
went on
of-
this date last night.
Yes, she's putting on her fake eyelashes, and it makes me want to die when I see those things.
After tests and research,
Okra
I found
water.
that animal proteins helped me
Ew.
have more energy, lose weight.
We have a
and help
20
with my
from
mental
Pop Culture
fog.
Junkie. Joker 2 is sounding more and more like the Heaven's Gate disaster, just like Michael Camino. After The Deer Hunter, Phillips got a little big for his britches.
I mean, there's a lot of movies that have bombed out, but those are older examples, right? Like what would be a recent example that you can think of a movie that bombed as bad? I mean, Aquaman.
You mean a
bombed.
sequel?
Yeah, like Aquaman bombed as bad as it did because it was the end of the DC EU. And the Marvels. Those are great recent examples of films that had fantastic originals that just absolutely plummeted in their sequels.
I mean, most sequels.
And when I
don't
say great
outperform.
originals, I mean like great box office. I'm not saying necessarily great movies. I just
Sure.
know somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, actually, the Captain Marvel was awful." I'm not saying that. I'm saying it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
I do believe that the vegan diet is still the healthiest diet to have.
Boo,
and I aspire
you're wrong.
to one day be a raw alkaline vegan.
Don't do it, Lizzo.
Until
please.
then, this is the diet that's helped me reach my goals.
What about Alkaline
and helped me
Trio?
feel good
Did you
in my
listen to
body.
Alkaline Trio?
It can be scary talking about things like this because
She's a
veganism is
Stanley.
such a sensitive subject. People are vegan for many reasons, whether it be health or environmental or love for the animals or all of the above. I'm aware how people could take this and how it can make them feel. But I'd rather be honest and share my story in my own words. Whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, white meat only, or fully carnivorous, I'm not going to judge you. Do what's best for you in your life at that moment. All that matters is that you're happy. And if you're happy, I'm happy.
When it comes to food, she's very libertarian.
Is she like more positive than she used to be?
Sounds a little bit less pessimistic and less bitchy.
It's less snarky,
Yeah.
like less sassy. Yeah.
Well, she's going through a rebrand
I'm
right
sensing that she's trying to rebrand after the whole banana debacle. That Stanzatastic said we're starting cringe of the day a bit earlier today, aren't we? I don't think this is cringe necessarily. I think she's just, posting an honest update.
Can we get Michaela Peterson to introduce her to the carnivore diet?
No. Can people stop with these weird fad trend diets? It's so...
She didn't even mention
It's
keto.
so weird.
She didn't even mention keto.
Like, I don't know. It's just... Obviously, veganism is an eating disorder. Okay? But they'll get real mad at you on right-wing Twitter if you say that being a carnivore is equally strange.
You were a vegan for a while when you were younger?
Yes, I was vegan from age 14 to age 19, which was far too long. And first of all, I stopped because of medication I was taking. They were like, this isn't going to help your medication absorb. But also, I was getting fat. Being vegan made me fat. And I'm just saying not fat, but like fat by like my standards.
Yes.
For me.
Do you know what caused it?
It's because I wasn't eating actual nutrients and I had a very deficient diet, so I was eating more and more empty calories to make up for how deficient I was, and it wasn't working, so I was getting fat. So people talk about veganism making you dangerously skinny. That did not happen to me.
Don't worry, guys. If it makes you feel any better, I will eat twice as unhealthy to make up for Lizzo, improving her.
Maybe veganism is what got Lizzo so fat. In the first place. I would know. I experienced it.
I wonder how it will affect her ability to perform on stage, right? I actually imagine she'll have more energy because we've talked about before, as big as she was, it doesn't mean she was out of shape in the same way that a normal out of shape person is, right?
Yeah.
Because she has to be live on stage for hours at a time, much like a linebacker who you can't win in football practice. I wonder how it'll affect her stage performance.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. However, some people still don't believe her that she is genuine in her weight loss journey, that she's actually exercising, that she's actually eating healthier. Tristan Tate responded to this and said, it's Ozempic. It always will be Ozempic with every celebrity from now on. The diet and exercise pics are just a grift. They're still monstrously unhealthy, but simply drugged up on Ozempic. So he's basically saying this is all a gigantic LARP, and Lizzo is just posting this to seem relatable, but really she's on that sweet Ozempic off label.
It's really funny. I've been watching a lot of these videos where like on workout channels that like critique other like actors or celebrities saying like, I'm not on steroids. And they're like,
really though?
Really? One of my favorite ones here is like, they ask, I think it's Howard Stern asked John Cena, like, are you on steroids? And he's like, well, no. And he goes, well, that's because if he was to admit that, he's admitting to a felony.
Right, exactly.
So one does not usually incriminate themselves on live television.
Not the same situation for Ozempic. If you're lying about being on Ozempic and you're claiming that it's just diet and exercise, that's about your pride.
Yeah.
You're lying to people because you are prideful and you don't want to admit that you took the easy way out.
Look, I have no problem with them admitting that they're on steroids outside of the whole, against the law part that could get him into trouble. They still have to do the work. They still have to go to the gym and do that stuff. That doesn't bother me one bit. Like, I don't look at The Rock and think...
But it is a crime.
I don't look at The Rock and think, oh, he cut corners to get there. I think...
No, I honestly think it's like not the best way for someone to lose weight, taking Ozempic. But it's better than nothing. It's better than dying young. Okay. And I actually have been getting inundated with so many ads for Ozempic recently. I don't know if have you had this too?
Doesn't happen to me.
I just, on YouTube, I get so many ads for semaglutide. And it's not claiming that it's for diabetes anymore. It's all so very explicitly for weight loss.
I told you when we were at the mall and there was just a big ad on like a wall at the mall that was like, it's not cutting corners, it's healthcare.
We're literally living in the same world as WALL-E. I don't know if you ever watched that movie, but everyone is just like bags of lard and they sit in levitating electric chairs that take them all over the place to get new food. That's the reality that we're living in if Ozempic doesn't save us before that happens. And also, I just want to give us some credit because we deserve it in this moment. We were talking about Ozempic like way before everybody else was.
It was not a big topic of discussion yet.
Let me look it up on our channel and just see the earliest video that we posted about Ozempic.
It's funny because I just saw I saw a tweet earlier from this lady who says she's like, I just got my Adderall for the first time and realized that for the first time in 30 years, I feel like how I'm supposed to feel. I'm like, no, you're on uppers. You're on meth, basically. That's not how you're supposed to feel.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing it now. Our first video about Ozempic is Hollywood's new expensive weight loss drug of choice from September 2022. So that was
2022.
way
Almost
before
2025.
way ahead of the game.
Yep.
Nobody else was talking about it. We started the trend. I just want to put that out there.
It's just funny because people have just accepted now that maybe it's just the speed at which the world moves now, the amount of technology you have to interface on a daily basis with. But there's people, they just tacitly admit they're like, they need Adderall to survive, which is like, look, I was prescribed to it for years because I had, a lot of issues when I was younger, and it took time for me to learn how to live without it once I got off of it. But you can do it. But people are just, this lady's saying like, for the first time in 30 years, I feel like how I'm supposed to feel. I'm like, if you're taking a substance to feel that way, that's not how you're supposed to feel.
Me when I do recreational ketamine
Yeah.
at the sweat tour, I finally feel the way I'm supposed to feel.
Yeah.
I finally feel the way I'm supposed to feel because I'm on drugs.
All right. Well, 2022, we were very ahead of the curve.
Yeah, seriously. I think we deserve some applause for that.
Everybody, applaud.
Everybody clap.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.